Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word and sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm just back with another quick lesson, all right, about, not leaning upon your own understanding, all right? Stop trying to figure things out by yourself, and sometimes we fall into that trap, all right, because you're so busy, thinking whatever that you thinking is the way that you should be thinking, if you understand what I'm saying, and it's not, just let the Lord direct your steps, man. Like I'm gonna get into, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but let the Lord guide your way, because anything that's hindering you, he gonna get rid of it anyway. If you coming in this thing in sincerity and truth, he's gonna find a way, not find a way, make a way for that thing, whatever it is, to be gone. Whatever it may be, whatever's hindering you, man. Whatever's afflicting you, when you go through the affliction, the Lord's gonna take it off you. But if you in the affliction trying to fight it yourself, it's like being in quicksand. I know every brother know about the quicksand. The more you fight in the quicksand, the deeper you fall into the shit. That's just how it is when you trying to fight your way out of your own tribulation. You just gonna fall. It's like a rabbit hole. You're gonna go deeper and deeper in that shit. The more you try to fight it. Jake think they tough. Speaking of myself first and foremost, Jake think they tough, man. Man, I'm cool, man. I'll get over this shit. Man, sometimes, man, you just gotta sit down, man, and wait, man. All right, don't lose, the principles in this thing. Don't, lose the things that are the foundation of your faith. Because we know we've been through worse things, man. So don't try to be tough, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like bitch up, but don't be, trying to be, get through this, man. Just sit your ass down in whatever situation that you in and wait for the Lord to come get you out of it, man. You just gotta suffer, man. All right. But it's Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. That's when you get in trouble, when you lean on your own understanding. That has been the foundation of all the troubles of the Israelites when you really think about it. When we started leaning on our own understanding. The Lord wrote the law, statutes, and commandments down for us, but we try to make up our own shit. And what did that bring? Captivity, pain, hurt, oppression. Everything that Jake complained about now was brought upon them by leaning on their own understanding. Like a nigga who's a 5%er, he just leaning on his own understanding. He don't know about that shit he talking about, man. A Muslim, they don't even read the Quran, man. But to his understanding, this is the way of life. Right? And Esau, so-called white man, has done that for Jake. He of course, Esau leans on his own understanding because he doesn't have an understanding of righteousness, which is the scriptures. So him leaning on his understanding has trickled down to 2/3 of the nation of Israel, leaning on their understanding, which is his. If you get what I'm saying, all his policies and ideologies and his laws, which Jake don't follow that either. But you see what I'm saying? They follow Esau's on the understanding that Esau has. Jake follows that, right? So what I'm saying is, stay focused on what the Most High told you to do. Stay focused on the scriptures, because anything outside of that, I mean, damn, how many captivities brothers got to go into the history? I mean, damn, it's the same thing. Not saying that that's not, essential, like the history isn't essential, and it's true. What I'm saying is, how many more ways can we show you that not following Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is destruction? But you would rather lean on your own understanding. Like the scriptures say, my people doeth not consider. Because they got their own way of thinking, It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy paths. They don't acknowledge the Lord. They don't even know the name. And then you tell them the name, and then they say it's Jesus still. Or no, Allah, or, whatever have you, man. In all thy ways acknowledge him. That's what we say, Lord willing. That's what it boiled down to. In all thy ways acknowledge him. You may think you about to do something, oh, Lord willing, though. If it be the Lord's will. Because he controls everything. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right? The Lord, you will want the Lord to direct your path, right? Because if, I mean, it's easy to see that the path that Jake has taken, it's not profitable, man. So the Lord directing your path is, first and foremost, protection. If you acknowledge him in all your ways, if you're not leaning on your own understanding, it's to protect you. All right? And it's profitable. Of course, we poor and oppressed on this side, but it's going to be profitable on the other side. That we let the Lord do the thinking for us. It's easier that way. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Every nigga think he's wise, man. That's how you know who the Israelites is, man. Every nigga got something he feel like he should tell you, man. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Always trying to put you on game on some shit. This is what it is. Every nigga, every Israelite, because you Latins, Native American, Seminole Indians, as well as you Negroes, think that he knows something, man. We've even seen this within the truth, man. Here it is, apostles, Great Millstone, been doing this 30 some odd years, and somebody who learned under him for 2 years is like, man, no, fuck that. I got the way, nigga. I know what's going on. Y'all going off. Be not wise in thy own eyes, man. All right. Because like they say, even in the world, there was a saying, self-praise is no praise. If you the only nigga that think you smart, you probably not smart, bro. If you gotta tell people how wise you are, man, you're not wise. That's something people see. By your actions, if you're wise or not. By your conversation, if you're wise or not. But if you screaming at you, oh, I got the wisdom, and I'm really talking about 2/3 niggas, You got wisdom about shit that don't even matter. What you perceive to be as wisdom about things that don't even matter. What matters? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So if you're not coming with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you just a nigga that's wise in your own eyes. Alright? Fear the Lord and depart from evil. You can't depart from evil if evil is your wisdom. Or if you perceive evil to be wisdom, because everything outside of the scriptures is evil. All the ways of life, all that shit. So you're not going to be able to depart from evil because you already think you wise and shit. You see what I'm saying? The best way to depart from evil is to go by let's say, the handbook, which is the scriptures, man. It teaches you how to depart from evil, the rights from wrongs, do's and don'ts, That's how you depart from evil. Not by coming up with your own doctrine or, I hear so much shit, it's hard to keep it all in my head when I'm, out in the world, mainly at work, you know what I'm saying? And just hearing niggas talk, even if they're not talking to me directly, just listening to shit that people think is wise, man. Just like it says, Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, This whole bunch of niggas just talking wickedness and thinking it's the way of righteousness, the way of righteousness. All right? So for those who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, even though I know you know, just continue to keep that in your mind. Lean not onto your own understanding, because it'll happen and you don't even know it's happening, for real. That's how slithery Satan is, man. Don't lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all your ways. Let him direct your paths. And be not wise in your own eyes, man. All right? Because as soon as you begin to be wise in your own eyes, then you're going to feel like you're exalted above everybody else, which is ultimately pride. And the Lord hates pride. Right? Proverbs 6:16, these 6 things doeth the Lord hate, yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, that goes back to being wise in your own eyes. You see how proud them niggas be looking? I know you all know who I'm talking about. Or not who I'm talking about, but the type of person I'm talking about. And he just think he just know everything. He just supported. He might have went to college. Cause y'all know a couple people like that went to college, man. They just feel like they just the shit, man. You got what's it called, a associate's degree? Got an associate's degree, and he's just the look on his face is just, yeah, every nigga in this room, I'm above him because I went to college. The Lord hate that nigga. A proud look. Going back to verse 17. A proud look. The Lord hate that nigga, man. All right? A lying tongue, which that can go into being a lying tongue as well, because all the wisdom that you think that you're bestowing upon the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian, all right, is a lie. All that shit you telling them is a lie. All that shit you learn in college is a lie, bro. You know? It says, in hands that shed innocent blood. All right, that goes to Jake and Esau. All right, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. All right, so these are the things that the Lord hates. All right, and I really just wanted to grab the proud look out of there, all right, to link it up with being wise in your own eyes. All right, so I just wanted to make that quick video. I hope it was edifying. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom.